今天我们打开的那个维度是第七维度哈，我们知道第七维度，我们也把它称为是就是这种就是 power 哈，就是这也是宇宙 N 为世界，N 为宇宙上帝给我们的这个许可哈，它是相当于一个许可证，就是当我们承受，就是在我们能够承受的范围内，让我们有权限。然后所以是特别重要的，就是因为前一段时间呢，就是大概只有半年的时间哈，我们各方面就是都在疗愈哈，我们这段时间都是在自我疗愈的过程，所以大家的就是各方面的疗愈，还有这种冥想的时候，就是让我们大家在身心灵三个方面哈，都是有成长。都有成长，就是尤其是对灵性的感悟上，就是所以我们每个人都在成长，这就相当于是那个就是孩子啊，长大以后，稍微他长大以后，他可以在不同的领域，他可以得到一些肯定和就是能力上的这种许可哈，所以我们今天呢也是在这个就是第七维度，因为第七维度呢，我们知道它第一个是补充我们的能量。第二个呢，它是给我们就是有一个在第七维度上的时候，让我们的身心灵在那得到一个审查哈。在这个过程中呢，我们就知道我们自己成长了多少，然后再一个就是当我们能力提高一些，就是与这个我们的纬度连接的多一些的时候，我们就可以在一些事情上。有一定的这种权限和帮助哈，或者叫许可吧，这样子。所以呢，今天就是在这种因为我们一开始讲的就是要在一个非常放松的状态下，然后呢，我们能够把自己放在第七维度哈，让第七维度，因为它是一个公正，而且是非常公平的，就是不带任何的感情色彩。就 emotion 的，在这个里面做个就是对我们的一个也是一个自我检查哈，所以他最后告诉我们，我们的能力到了什么程度，就是我们能够接受到多少对的信息，这样的话我们就知道我们可以在生命中的成长哈。对，就是随着我们的生命不断的被疗愈哈，就是我们知道我们这段时间都在疗愈我们的生命哈，所以我们在灵性上也在这种许可下不断的提高，然后不断的被改变，所以呢，我们今天的冥想的时候主要是放松自己，让自己能够在第七维度完全的打开哈，完全的打开，然后呢，并且呢，在这个在能量上，第一个就是能量上的补充，另外一个就是在这个这种大能之下，就在宇宙 N 为世界的上帝的这个许可下哈，我们在第七维度重新对我们一个评估哈，而且呢给我们补充能量，让我们能够更加的能够承担，就是我们就灵性的这个就是这个 gift 的将来能够去做的事情哈，在这个地方呢，我特别的就是也是特别的就是感谢一下这个今天在跟 Linda 在讨论的时候有提到一件事情哈，就是说这也是一个就是我们虽然我们是有灵性的5%的这个有灵性的人哈，但是呢，就算我们100%打开，因为我们还在世间嘛，我们还有这种个人的这种 emotion 啊，各方面在，所以我们在不断的跟我们的高维连接的时候，我们才会得到更多的正确的信息和就是咱们说的能量哈，更多的正确的能量。那么在这个时候呢，如果是我们经常还会有我们自己的一些情感呀，包括我们的 emotion 在里面的时候，其实我们还是会容易出现就是不完全的这种信息哈，所以呢，所以我们就不断的要来要来跟宇宙连接哈。就像我做了50年的 meditation，我在未来的时候，我还是要继续在寻求这个，而且 每一次我们要做的每一件事情，就是每一次我们的 meditation，我都会去到高维上，然后跟这个宇宙上帝高维的这个地方拿到这个许可和这个信息哈。我是越是到这个时候，我就是越是特别谨慎，就是我所给你们传递的每一个信息都是尽可能是就是比较自然的，是符合高维规律的哈，而不是赋予我自己的喜好。所以这个是非常重要的哈。咱们就是说，这也是我们一起学习的一个重要点。所以我们虽然是 healer，我们是有这个责任，把对的事情、对的我们在这个灵性上得着的这些对的东西，我们能够传递出来，但是同时又要克服自己的喜好，我们 emotion 上的这些东西啊，所以我们一定是不断的在自查，不断的在检查，不断的在寻求，在这个过程中哈，而且呢，我们有这个责任，我们就不断的要修，就是就是让我们的 virtual 就是德变得更好。能够承载这个就是恩为世界宇宙上帝的这个托付哈，所以这个是非常重要的一个。那正好我们这半年了，我们现在呢就是也是在给自己做一个 review 的时候哈，所以我们发了就是在那个 Telegram 里面我有发一个 link， 那个 link 打开以后呢，你往下播的时候就有这个具体的内容哈，具体的我们填的。你就是一直 next 填下去，它有中英文的这个都有哈，所以我们把这个 form 做一个自我的回答哈，就是咱们就是把自己的感受真实的感受写出来，然后我们知道我们自己现在处于什么样的状态，我们也希望我们更加的能够符合这个规律哈，所以今天就在第7维度的这30个小时哈，就是我们真的是就是把自己完全的放下。在这个第7维度的时候，我们来看看我们究竟我们现在成长的阶段，我们能够得到哪一些应许哈。
Today, the dimension we're opening is the 7th dimension. For the 7th dimension, we call it the dimension of power. In other words, it's the permission that is given to us by the nth dimensional world, the God, to give us the permission according to our current scope of ability. So what level of responsibility we can take, we're given the permission. So this is a very important dimension for us. In the past 6 months, we've all been through a process of working very hard for self-healing, working on meditation. So as a result of that, in all 3 aspects of our physical, soul, and also spirit level, we've grown quite a bit, especially as related to the understanding of the spirit level. Now, this is as if a child has grown up. Then with this growth, as the parents, they give additional affirmation of the ability of this growing child and also give them more permission to do more things and take on responsibility and also more authority. So for the 7th dimension, it has 2 meanings. First of all is to give us energy, and then second of all is to look at our growth at the physical body and soul and spirit level with the justice, with fairness, to look at us in terms of how far along we've gone and how much we've received and how much we've grown, and look at the dimensions that we're able to connect further with this examination. And we are given, or the 7th dimension will give us additional permission and an authority to do additional things. So today we are putting ourselves into this state of relaxation, and with the opening of the 7th dimension, we put ourselves in the 7th dimension in the nth dimensional world. So in this dimension, we're looked upon with fairness, with justice, without any attachment to any emotional judgment. We are also looking at ourselves through our self-inspection just to see what our levels are, what our abilities are, how much information we've so attained so far. And so this gives our permission for the next stage of growth. As our life is being healed, we're going through this journey of first the self-healing. And as our understanding and our spirit ability is increasing under the permission, and as we're being changed, so this is a process we're going through. And during our meditation, particularly for today's meditation, our focus is to relax ourselves and completely open ourselves in the seventh dimension. First, we get supplementation of additional energy, which we obviously need for our next phase of the journey. And also, with the permission from the majestic nth dimensional world, we are in this seventh dimension to reevaluate ourselves and to give us additional energy. Therefore, we can have additional undertaking of responsibility. So today, as William and Linda were preparing for the meditation, had a discussion, it was very wonderful that they talked about, even though, as healers, we're only 5% of the world, very special. Even if we're 100% open, get to that stage, because we still live in an earthly world, we still have our emotion. So we have to constantly connect with our higher wisdom. We can receive that higher wisdom. Otherwise, if we still keep being distracted or influenced by our earthly emotion, then we're still not complete in our journey. That is to say that even if we're 100% open, we could still be affected by the emotions we have, leaving this world. So we need to constantly connect with the higher wisdom, which is justice and also fair. William mentioned that he's been doing this meditation for over 50 years. Still, every time he goes to receive message from the higher dimension, he will need to get that permission to receive that message. And the more he does this, the more he needs to be very cautious and to be very careful, because he needs to make sure that every single piece of the information he's receiving and therefore passing along to us meets the requirement and compliance with the truth of the higher dimension, and is completely agnostic to his personal preference and his personal emotion. So it's the same process we as healers must follow, is that from the spirit level, we're going to be able to receive information, energy, and message. And we're going to pass along that to ourselves, to our community, and to the world. In this process, it's extremely important for us to overcome our own emotion, our own preferences, and our own judgment and bias. We need to constantly correct ourselves and to really work on our own virtue to be a better person. Only when we can do that, we can take on the responsibility that the universe gives to us. Now we're right at the half-year mark of 2022, and it's time for us to do our self-evaluation. In our Telegram group, William has sent a link for us to do that evaluation. All we need to do is to follow that link. Then there are multiple pages. Just go through every page and take the time. It is both in English and Chinese, and just be honest with yourself, be truthful, and write down your honest reflection and where you are right now. And so with this evaluation, then we can see if we're growing in accordance to this journey. Now we have a wonderful opportunity of the next 30 hours for us to completely relax and let go of ourselves. Look at our growth in this past few months. Let's do our evaluation and then see the type of permission that we will receive from the higher wisdom.